Okay, you are all requested to please keep yourself on mute um, while I am speaking and giving you the overview of the system. And in last 10 minutes, we will have question and answers where you can ask me any question. Let's start. So in today's 20 minutes first session, I am going to cover overview of the system and how to start working on Capgemini job requirements, how you can submit candidate against specific job, and how to submit BGV report of candidate to Capgemini. In case you want to add any additional recruiter, how you can add a new user in SourceGain, that will also show you. So as soon as you hit sourcegain.com, this is the first screen you see. I'll go a little slow because there might be some latency in the connection. So I'll keep the screen as is for some time so that you are able to see that. Now you need to click on the login button. Once you click on it, will take you to the which is a login screen. On it, you need to choose recruiters and back office option to log in. You need to enter the user ID, you need to enter the password and the CAPTCHA and press login. In case you forgot your password, you can click on password. It will ask you to enter your email address and it will send you an email with your password. Once you log in, it will take you to the next screen, source screen. On this screen, you will be able to see all the transactions which are happening over the period of time by different team members while working on different job requirements. And this will be basically showing you who is doing what. Like for example, we want to see something about Vikas as a candidate. What is the progress of Vikas? Vikas candidate was created a tutor, which is smart test on this specific date. And after that, on 28th, the same candidate got submitted against one of the requirements of Capgemini. You can navigate directly from here to a candidate profile by clicking on the candidate link. And by clicking on the job link, you can navigate to the job description of the specific job which is given by Capgemini. So it is for quick navigation, so it's very easy. You can track the complete history of a candidate on the wall. Now next thing is how you will know that what all job requirements are shared by Capgemini. You simply click on the job and it will take you to the next screen, which is all jobs. You will be able to see all the jobs which are shared by vendor managers to you. Initially, job will look like this, which will give you two options. One is accept and another is reject. If you don't have any set which is shared with you and you can reject the job, if you have the set available in your talent pool, then you can accept the job. Click on accept button to open up the job competition. You can go through all the details which is given by vendor manager. It is giving you the job status, when they have created the job, what is the job end date, what is the job priority, skill group, the job prime skill owner. By default, the person who is logged in becomes job owner because he is going to accept it. Vendor manager in your login does not comes in Capgemini login because for you, vendor manager is your client contact. I'll show you where it is written. What is the project name? What are the keywords? Contract type is obviously subcon. From which date you can do sourcing for this specific job. So this is the time limit given by the vendor manager. Job description, qualification details, can I is your account, and client manager is your vendor manager. Here the vendor manager's name will come. In case they want to share, manager want to share any additional documents, supporting documents for this job, you will be able to see all those documents here. You can download those documents for your reference. Finally, when you gone through the complete requirement and you know that this is the candidate for this positions are available with you, you can accept this job by clicking on accept button. Once this job is accepted, you go back to the all jobs page. So which is, we navigated by clicking on jobs, we navigated on the all jobs page. Now you need to refresh this page. It is highly recommended that whenever you want to refresh any page, don't make use of this refresh button or F5 option, because that performs the last operation. Rather than that, you click on the address bar and press enter. This page get refreshed. Now you see the status of this job is accepted, and there is a new option available. If you click on this, it will open the requisition in a new tab. On this screen, it gives you two options. One is, either you can submit candidate against this job using existing candidate, or you can do submit candidate using bulk candidate. Initially, you will be using bulk candidate, and eventually when your data will grow, candidate data will grow, you will be able to use existing candidate as well. Let us use the bulk candidate option. I click on bulk candidate. It will open up an option for resumes. I can choose 10 resumes maximum in one go, and you can perform this action multiple times. By having this done, it will save your time. If I click on choose file, I need to go and choose some resumes. So let's take some sample resumes. For example, 9, 10, 2 resumes. And then you need to click on parse resume. What parser does, it captures the details from the resume file automatically and create candidate profile with some of the details, like Ajit and Lobo is one of the person, like 2%. Two resumes going to candidate profiles. Using email address, phone number, details, all those options get automatically filled. As a vendor manager, they want from each vendor sales value or submitting candidate against a job. Now you see here, email address of the candidate, the person who is submitting this profile becomes the profile owner. By default, the state which I am using is submit to candidate, which is on the top drop down. If you want to do some additional comment here, if you want to make some additional comment, you can put here as well. Can join immediately, for example. Status date is the date when you are doing this updation. You're submitting this candidate on 30th. This is the time. Email of the candidate, phone. This got automatically captured. The relevant experience, you can put 5 years. Total experience, 7 years. Similarly, for this candidate, 6 years, 8 years. It has really captured payroll company. So you know that this is Capgemini. We are not checking it. Present location, let's put Mumbai. Preferred location, let's put Mumbai. So notice period, let's say this is 5 days, and for this candidate 30 days. Can buyout notice period? No. And let's say here yes. And finally, you need to enter other two details: current monthly rate and offered monthly rate. It depends upon the vendor manager that for any specific job they need monthly rate or daily rate. So if the rate type is monthly, then you need to enter here current monthly rate. If it is daily, then you need to enter current daily rate. So let's put 50K here, and offered monthly rate is 60K. Here let's say 60K, and 70K is offered monthly rate. So the details which you are seeing here, like PO value, offered DOJ, it is a routed or sourced, PO start date, PO end date. These all things are decided by vendor manager when they shortlist the candidate and candidate progress to some next stage. At each stage, different details gets captured by the vendor manager, but you will be able to see all those details here, as in when this candidate progress to next stage. So these are details you will be able to see. You will be able to see what is the PO start, the PO end date, what is the manual PO number, quantity, per unit, total excluding tax, and the actual PO number which get raised from the IBX system of Capgemini. What is the actual start date of a candidate? What is the expected release date of a candidate? And when the actual end date comes, when the candidate gets rolled off. After having these details entered, I need to update documents with vendor manager. You simply click at that point for uploading the supporting document of a candidate. You click on choose file because I am only choosing Ajit Gupta, one candidate. I want to upload document for Ajit Gupta now. So I click on choose file. I go to the supporting document and let's upload the ID proof. I click on upload and below that Ajit Gupta ID proof document got uploaded. Similarly, we will do it for another candidate. So we uncheck Ajit and check Ajit logo and click on choose file. Once you are done with loading of all the documents, supporting documents for these candidates, now you will choose both candidates because I want to submit both. So I click on save and notify. Once the submission is done, it will give me a prompt for having an internal notification to my other peer members who are working on the same job requirement. So it is for your internal communication. If more than one recruiter are working on the same job, or there is one account manager and recruiter, then all those team members' names will come here. You can choose the names of all account managers and recruiters, and you can send the internal notification so that everybody get notified that what action is performed. These two candidates submitted a G logo against this specific job. And you can click on send and email will go. And this is optional. if you don't want to do such kind of email communication and you don't want to fill your inbox, then you can simply cancel. Now we have seen that how a new candidate gets submitted using resume. Now in case you want to submit existing candidate out of the system, you click on existing candidate link, it will again your pop-up this candidates in the system. I'll uncheck the last selected options and I'll choose all candidates. And there are candidates here. I can search the name, email, skill category, all these details, and it will give me filter result here in any of the candidates and submit. Now, how you can create? If you click on this candidate option, which is given on the left, clicking on this link will open this page where your all is existing. You can perform a filtration on the candidate based on Boolean search, open Boolean search, and you can also do a filtration directly, which is given on the right-hand side. To search based on the hot list tagging, because we have an option of tagging any of the candidate. So if you are start tagging candidates, those tags will start coming here, and you will be able to perform tagging based filter as well. What is the overall rating? Candidate review, profile type, skill category, who is the recruiters who is owning it, account managers, as you are not submitting to hire, so it is not applicable for you. Both client, yes, client manager, yes, because if you are dealing with multiple vendor managers and these candidates have been aligned against any specific job requirements, you will be able to filter results based on the vendor managers. You're not dealing with any end client or end client manager, so it's not. Then source of the candidate, contract type, status of the candidate. You have these justice license aligned, and based on these filters, you can perform filtration. But to a large extent, you have all the filters based on which you can perform of the candidate. In terms of a Boolean search, if you here, it will open up a window wherein you can perform and or combination filtrations as well. So either you can perform directly search in resume, any resume in system which is converted into a candidate profile will be treated in candidate only, and one candidate can have multiple resume, and you can consider which resume is a primary resume. And we can show you how. This is you can enter any keyword with a combination of and or, location based search, employer based search, education based search, work experience based search, category, if there is any category is there, contract, functional area, industry, last updated resume, sub-functional area, visa type, and hot list. If you are maintaining the hot list, you will have here. The pair in your case is not applicable. You are having your internal databases. What is the currency, rate type, and a band if it is applicable. Based on all these criteria, you will be able to sponsor on the candidate. Now, if I go, for example, review the resume of a candidate. Ajit was the candidate submitted. So I click on this preview on, and it will give me the preview of the resume in a window. So I can see the resume viewer as well. Now, this is the way your overall process works when you job requirements given by Capgemini. Once this all is done now, in case you want to add new recruiter in business as a new user, simple, you need to just click on this ribbon icon on settings, click on user departments branch location, and it will eventually open up where you can enter new user details, first, last name, title, date of birth, joining date, location, zip. Primarily, it will be always a recruiter or account manager. Security group, you can choose recruiter or administrator based on your need. This is for all email notification purpose. If you want to send email notification to client, you can choose this, can send email to client. Although all email communication with Capgemini has been managed automatically, so whenever you are updating any status, it is very easy for you to send those emails to them. Now, in order to get the access level defined for different modules, you need to choose most of the time jobs, resumes, candidate, client, reports, and settings. In data access, you need to choose all data. For client access, you need to choose Capgemini. And then click on save. New user will get created. As soon as you get a success message, it will give you a pop-up with the login details of an individual for sending it on the email. When you click on send, an email goes to user with his login details. This is the add new user. There is any limit in terms of because it gets adjusted next billing cycle. Now, there is one thing we missed here. To the existing candidate, we will be able to do BGV. If the manager asks you to do the BGV of a candidate, then only it is a mandate to do, otherwise it's not. So for example, this is Nishikant Thakur is one of the candidates which got accepted by vendor manager. Now you're seeing the difference. On the other screen, we were getting pending approval. We are getting candidate accepted. This is the vendor manager name who has accepted it, and this is the date on which person got shortlisted for L1. You are seeing here a small arrow. If you click on this arrow, pull up all the progress candidate and that after submit to Capgemini, vendor manager has shortlisted for L1, and then they shortlisted for HR interview. They have other stages as well, like L1, L2, and then HR, but it depends upon the vendor manager that if they want to skip any stage, they can do that. But you will be able to see all the progress of the candidate here. That this person got shortlisted for L1, shortlisted for HR interview, HR selected, and then there was some negotiation happen in the date of joining, so it got postponed. Then finally, when it reached to manual PO generated, it automatically send an email to supplier with the manual PO as a PDF, which clarifies that you can initiate the offer process and we are ready to go with this candidate for final deployment. So when this person reached to manual PO generated, and when saying to do the BGV as well, let's press asking submit the BGV report of candidate. And how you can do that, you need to choose the candidate. First, you need to choose done, one of the status given at the top. Then you need to choose a candidate. You get a new option, which is a BGV status. It has three options: red, amber, and green. Let's see. While in BGV, you also need to submit the BGV report. So you need to click on this file, and let's go to the supporting document, BGV report. So you see below report which got submitted. We just need to choose the purpose of the document. If in your from your past experience, if you find that these document purposes are not enough, and vendor manager has been asking for different purposes of the documents as well, you can request vendor manager, and they are able to add those different new purposes for you. Or even if you need, we can also do it for you from support. But initially, they have kept ID proof, certificates, BGV report, and address proof. Now, in BGV report, we have uploaded for Nishan Thakur, and finally, we need to click on Save and Notify. So this is the way you will be able to submit the background verification report. Completed the overall process which Capgemini vendor managers want from your end. You need to submit the candidate, and you need some BGV required. So as candidate progress, you will also be able to see all the details which is entered by the vendor manager at their end. So you're seeing here, you have entered data value, but you know that what is the offer date of joining, what is the PO start date and end date, what is the PO number, the value. Eventually, also know what is the start date. So I have completed all the process as of now, which is finalized with them. One thing I want to mention here, when you are submitting a duplicate, Capgemini vendor managers has put a restriction that it will allow to submit duplicate candidate to all the vendors against same job or different jobs till the time vendor manager has not accepted that candidate. As soon as they accept a candidate, that candidate for next 30 days will remain with an ownership to the first vendor from whom that candidate is accepted. So to other vendors, it will prompt and say that till this date, you will not be able to submit this candidate. But after that date, it will allow to same vendor or to other vendors submitting, it will allow to submit that candidate a job opportunity. So that is something they want to control at their end to avoid any duplicacy, and plus also to give the benefit of that specific candidate to one vendor till the time, till that specific duration, like 30 days. And after that, it is open for everyone. So that is the way they want to manage the duplication. I have completed all the process now. There is no any other thing is left. If you have any questions, I request you can unmute and please ask me.
Hello.
Yes.
This is Kavita from Nityo.
Yes, Kavita, please.
Yeah, at a time, I can upload 10 profiles, right?
Right.
Okay.
And you can perform this operation multiple times. It means, for example, you
Oh.
need to submit 30 profiles. So in one go,
Hmm.
you choose at first time 10 resumes
Hmm.
and add that in the list and submit. You perform one operation and at one, like, and click onto the, again go and perform the same operation
Okay.
with another 10 candidates. So there is no limit on the number of candidates as of now, but
Hmm.
it depends upon the vendor managers. They have a control on that. If they say that I need
Oh.
maximum 40 profiles and not more than that, then they
Hmm.
can put such kind of restriction. They have an option to do
Oh.
that.
Okay.
Sanjeev, Hemant here.
Yes, Hemant.
The requirements, the jobs, this has been posted here on this portal. So this will be shared with all the vendors, or it's going to be maybe inline for a specific jobs for specific,
It is vendor manager's decision. If they know that this specific vendor is dealing in these kind of skill set people, then they will be obviously sharing all those job requirements with every vendor who is providing skill set, who is providing resources in that skill set.
Okay. So in
So
case if I want to contact these vendor management team, so will the tool help me to directly contact them? Send an email?
from tool you cannot communicate directly to the vendor manager, but you will be able to see whenever they will start sharing those jobs with you. You will be able to see all those jobs on the job sheet,
Okay.
and you start working on all such jobs. If you're not getting jobs because of some reason, or the way you were getting earlier in the offline system, or on emails the way you are getting now, then obviously you need to touch base with vendor manager for that.
Okay.
And
All right.
one more thing is like while uploading the profile, if it is duplicate or it's a non-duplicate, we'll get it or automatically it will be uploaded.
First of all, same candidate cannot be uploaded twice against the same job. System
Okay.
never allows that, because it will delist that candidate from the list if that is already submitted against same job. But if you are
Okay.
submitting
So
a
automatically
candidate,
it will pop up, right?
right, right.
Okay.
Any other questions? You're most welcome.
Uh, After uploading the profile, so
Right,
if it's shortlisted or not, it will come to that tool only, right?
right. You will be able to see that on your tool itself. So you need to regularly log in into the tool and keep
Hmm.
checking that what is the sub like.
Okay.
Like here you are seeing pending, so you know that there is no any progress.
Okay.
Here on another
Hmm.
screen,
Hmm.
you will see here that this and some progress
Okay.
is also there. You can
Okay.
Gemini L1 is done, HR is done, HR Select is done, annual POC is generated, BGV is also done.
Okay.
So you will be able to see all the progress of the candidate.
Existing ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಪೋರ್ಟಲ್ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಇನ್ವಾಯ್ಸಸ್ ಅದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ
That is transparent.
ಕೆಲವರು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು.
Okay, so in case you guys have any other questions, even after this session, you are open to send us an email on support@sourcegain.com. This is our support portal, support.sourcegain.com. And you can see here, this is the number, the 8882246 835. You can have a call support as well, and you can also have an email support. So you can raise a ticket to us using this portal, and or even you can directly write us using email as well, writing on support@sourcegain.com, and that ticket will get automatically generated in our system, and support team will address that.
Sanjeev, is there any restrictions on number of users what I can create on Sourcegain, the current access what we have?
No, there is no any restriction on that. You can add n number of user, and it will get adjusted in next billing cycle.
Okay. So the current billing cycle, so I mean the use
Monthly.
on
Yeah.
the billing depends on per user.
Billing cycle is monthly billing cycle, and
Monthly
it's
billing
a per user. Yeah, it's a per user,
per
1500.
user. Okay.
Yeah. So the way it will be done is, for like for example, you got registered on 26th of December. So your first billing period is from 26th to 25th of January, but the next billing cycle will be for January, the number of days like from 26th to 31st January plus from 1st of February to 28th February. So it will, why this is getting done? Because every month first will be your due date.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
For
that
our
is
candidate, we no need to pay, right, Sandeep?
candidate. No, candidate means like what?
Only per login we need to pay, right?
Yeah, per login you need to pay, but there is like the consultants who are deployed at the Capgemini end, and they are in subcon hiring process. They are not in permanent hiring process. Then those will be, till the time those are active consultants at Capgemini end, 100 rupees per consultant will be charged. Okay. Is there any other questions you have?
Thanks, Sanjeev. We are good.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining this call, and I hope you got something from this. And in case you have any other questions, please write us on support@sourcegain.com. And really appreciate your time today. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. And wish you all a very, very happy new year ahead. And it should come with a very good prosperity. And I'm looking forward to work with you.
Thanks, Sanjeev. And how will you share this the video which has been captured? So you're going to
You
send
will
us an
receive it
email?
on email. Yeah, we will send an email on the same address, which is your primary contact, which on using which you got registered with SourceGain. You will receive email shortly with the recording. All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Give
nice day.
you New Year in advance.
Sure. Thank you very much. Bye bye.